Call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens across the border. Hold up. You know I'ma touch down with the sack. Run up the whole life and run it back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety. You boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
She-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say, so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it. If you gon' do it, then don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. You built like that.
Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around. Energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like I'm bearing a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was the leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you, like cheetah, run up and I'm airing the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the sea. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, but losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me. I chew, I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing. I chew. I hate to break about me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Six rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me. Now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want to go, boy. Gotta be number one.
Shit, I'm on the buoy right now. I'm done to play. I see Norman and Mike are on right now.
Niggas in game chat?
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm running this franchise again real quick.
Madden. Madden? Yeah.
I'm gonna be on the booty.
I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't brave from the sticks and stones they threw.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel.
Let's go, bud.
These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult.
Oh, one of those squiggle and I was gone.
Past the 45 before being tackled.
Yo, that's good.
Yards there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A first down carry for Henry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made at the...
That's the receivers that spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. 20. And he will score. Touchdown.
Put the nigga, I don't know who he is.
Darrington Evans.
Darrington Evans.
Touchdown on the year.
Backup running back.
And the Titans have taken a
30-yarder.
first-quarter lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
2
yards the
loss. One more is the X Factor.
2nd and 12. At the 24-yard line.
Maybe not the X Factor.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans.
Come on, nigga. Running that shit out here.
Think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive. Not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
They got through 5 picks last night.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill.
Ooh.
That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
At the 12-yard line.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
They'll give Henry another shot. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Bullock's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Watson. Flush to his right. Open man, the tight end fails. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Watson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
That's how we will.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They get this out.
What you get, faggot?
Side, but he will not get away.
He's buyer, nigga.
The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Henry on 1st down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. Open man is Darius Fountain. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They run on 1st down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Right at
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
2nd down, back at the 20-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill, and his throw here is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Tannehill. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Eric Murray that time there to knock it away.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it, and he'll pop that ball free.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Cobb on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both large. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Out of the gun, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run on 1st down. Henry, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
3rd and 2.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. And now this throw incomplete.
Are you serious?
How this first half will come to an end. So
yeah, he couldn't make that shit up, Johnny.
What right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman.
3rd down, I'm driving, or end of the half, I'm driving, I didn't realize it. I go to call timeout with 6 seconds, and my button doesn't hit it, so I waste 2 seconds doing that. Then the play, I do a quick pass, and the ball stays alive on the stomach, and then it for 4 seconds. I'm gonna make this shit up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
47 total
we'll find
yards.
out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Watson. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And the Texans 1st down.
first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fairbairn with an extra point. And it's now 13-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
I'm just trying to swing something wetter than the ocean.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Tannehill on first down.
Fuck, man, I didn't do that shit.
Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Dumbest shit in the world. Come on, stop passing for no reason.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Randall Cobb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Oliver. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half. Maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did. Okay. It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Garden would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine, and you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun handoff to Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First down. It's Henry. The tackle made by Eric Murray.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But now it'll be third down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Tannehill. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Operating from the gun, Watson. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
It's now
one hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 14. And did he get
I'm about to just quit this shit, man. Fuck this franchise.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double check my math. But it is now
so he gets smacked up for 20 yards and he catches it.
I didn't worry about double checking it, but the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. After the interception, here's Watson. And it's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson.
8 left. He's going back home or something.
16th on the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown
what year
anyway.
Is it?
It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen.
Whatever's 5 after 2020.
And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Texans 21, Titans 13.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
That's not bad for playing against the niggas on computers.
Return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch. And we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe
fucking blue screen for days, man.
Level in him so high that they believe he'll get out
Tell
of it
me about it, man.
It
fucking pisses me off.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yards.
What'd you end up beating?
But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
What I mean, you trying to pop up?
To throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free.
All right, Norm, peace to the.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Nice knowing you.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front.
I don't know, I'm hungry.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the
have you been to work?
Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Nah, I go back Thursday.
Here's Oliver. And they're going to start this drive.
You ain't been at the casino since when?
It's Wednesday.
Why?
Tuesday, I mean. Rona. Had me kind of like a, well, I guess a quarantine. So I
The
got
Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Did you go get a test?
Time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
I'm saying,
That's a good way of
like, why you ain't go back?
I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory.
I talked to him today.
At the
Said,
41.
I'll come back to work on Thursday.
Back to throw, Tannehill. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh,
Just fucking drop it.
His hands there, couldn't hang on. Second
Dude, get the fuck out of here, bro.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
Fuck you, nigga.
Got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
When you gonna say fuck you to me, I say it back. You gonna say, oh, all right.
Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Back at the 44-yard line.
So
did I. You thought I was serious?
3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Throwing again is Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown.
This nigga can catch it with one hand. I'm about to quit this. Fuck you in this franchise.
Picked up by Gary and Conley.
What's up, Bo? Come on, man.
Guys will get the football back.
We need trade.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
First down, Texans.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but
anybody talk to
you also
him?
want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
11 yards there, first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Rolling to his left.
Yeah, what's a backdoor pass?
Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
In this football game.
What did you say, man?
Backdoor pass. It's like
so it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or two shy. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep. What'd you say?
I said I fuck with that shit. You get decent rewards for it.
Yes. What's your team's overall right now?
72.
89.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
I got pretty lucky.
Up there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the
boxing gloves,
start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They run with Holyfield.
That's how old he's gonna be when he can ride the Superman.
Officially no gain on the play.
The short
Left
game.
with a 3rd and 8. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now Holyfield. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into...